Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again in euro currency. So in today's report, we have considered the banking crisis that is going on right now in the United States. So trying to keep all noise behind, we're just provide you the most important things that have happened. So major points of recent Fed response to the crisis, that you understand what Fed right now is doing and where all this stuff could lead us. So we're just leave behind the different events, news, lots of rumors and hysteria that stands around it, but we're just watching on the core. And if you are looking right at the major points, it's not too many things to discuss right now, because taking it all together, you will see approximately the direction where Fed leads us. So from that standpoint, it is a really logical question whether we should expect in the current time the weakness in the United States dollar, because Fed is capitulating, what we have talked about in actually in all previous year. Probably we said that it should happen sooner rather than later, and they start printing money, and whether it should lead to drop of the United States dollar. Well, I wouldn't hurry up with this conclusion. By the three reasons. First of all, inflation in Europe is higher, rate is lower, and the banks under the stress right now are greater. So if in United States you are usually see the problems with the medium size and small banks, in Europe they are really giants. Well, they are maybe not as large compared to United States banks, but they are large for European Union. Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, Credit Lyonnais, and some other banks that's already breathing hard, and they were breathing hard actually in the last few years. It's not the secret, it just needs some trigger. And so it means that once the problems will start, they will start printing as well as the Fed. So from that standpoint, I think that major downside trend, bearish trend for the euro still remains. We have technically, we have on monthly chart bearish patterns, and we intend to follow with this scenario. So speaking about nearest term trading plan, we have more and more signs, bearish signs, that appearing on euro currency. On the daily chart, despite that market stands flat, mostly in a widening consolidation, this is more looks like the bearish sign by a few reasons. First of all, if you will take a look at the pullback that we see currently on the euro, it's definitely not the sign of the reversal. It's definitely not the sign of the reversal. So it's choppy action, relatively slow and lazy, so it is more looks like the retracement. Besides, with this rising volatility, it could be treated maybe some kind of the shoulder. So you can see this some kind of hand and shoulders pattern. This first moment. Second moment, here we could recognize more and more signs of the bearish dynamic pressures, because trend stands bullish by the MACD, but price action is not. It mostly stands flat and just hanging above the major support area and the major OP. The next week, we probably should treat the 104 area as some kind of the floor, just because this is a result, confidence support, and actually OP target and agreement is very strong support. So if market would occasionally collapse, it probably will be the area where we have to book the result if this will happen. Besides, don't forget that we have the bearish trend is on the monthly chart, is on the weekly chart. So in general, overall context, it's bearish, and we should fade bullish daily trend against the weekly bearish trend around the major resistance areas, which is actually market already stands here. On the lower time frame, yes, we have some bullish moments. For example, on the follow time frame chart, we have the divergence, but well, it is not too much to trade with. Maybe it will work, I do not know, but personally I do not want to rely only on the divergence on the 4 time frame chart. This is too small, not sufficient context. And it seems that our major task here, major point of the trading plan, we have to keep an eye on exhausting of this upward potential, this upward impulse. Once we will get the exhausting signs, bearish reversal signs, we could consider taking the short position. It should happen somewhere either around 107, because this, as you can see, confluence resistance on the 4 time frame chart. So we have here, actually it's also daily confluence, 106.96, 107.18 area, and this is right around our OP target. This has been achieved yesterday. You see a healthy bounce from the resistance area that we discussed. Or if market still will get some potential, we will be watching for XOP, which is around 107.44. But something tells me that euro will get tired earlier, so hardly it will achieve the XOP area. We will see. But anyway, in the current circumstances, with no clear bullish signs, I wouldn't consider taking the long position. So it will be more like a gambling, trying to predict what will happen this week. If you intend to buy right now, maybe you will succeed, I do not know. At least we have the divergence on the 4 time frame chart, which is actually suggests the taking out of this stuff. But just take a look, this one action and that one. So this is definitely has some impulse down on the problems with the credits use. You know, recent news concerning Switzerland, that the government party start asking question why we should provide 50 billions to save this bank. So they are not really satisfied with this, and this uncertainty works against the euro, although this is in Switzerland, but it's a really tight relation there. So I suggest that we need to just wait for exhausting of this upside potential and watch for the patterns. Once we will get it, it might be good points to possess yourself with taking the short position to the downside, first to the OP right there, and potentially that could become the good entry point for a great downside continuation based on the weekly bread and butter sell with the target around 110 area. So that's actually what we have currently on euro currency. Let's see what will happen, and especially what we will get on the Jerome Powell speech in the Fed meeting.